Okay everyone, welcome again. You've got Free and you are here for the ARMD Weekly Plug. This one should be going up on February 21st, 2016. It's the second one in the episode, so buckle up and enjoy. As always, chuck a subscribe on the channel if you want to keep up to date with these videos, and follow me on Twitter at Freege, FREEGE1, if you want to keep up to date with what's going on in my world. First up, we head on to ARMD MWO news. So, this is all thanks to Cal. Thank you, Cal, for writing it up, even though you're late, but you still got it to me before I recorded it, which is handy. In general MWO news, a new patch arrived on February 16th, which has meant lots of changes for the game mechanic. These include, in a nutshell, reduction to laser range quirks in Innosphere mechs, removal of negative quirk to clan mechs, buffing of target computers for clan mech, the Jenna 2C available for C-bills, the introduction of 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4 specialized maps for private matches, paving the way for, hopefully, a Solaris game mode soon. That has been coming for a while, so hopefully it finally hits. Changes to flamers. The flame animation has changed, as has the way they work. They now don't do damage, generate no heat for the mech mounted with them. They're able to make a mech rise in linear heat scale up to 90% of heat. This controversial change has meant the return of flamer boats, which troll matches aiming to cause mechs to shut down. Expect lots of complaints and hot fix from PGI very, very soon. Destructible trees and boulders have been added to the Caustic Valley and Alpine Peaks. The Rifleman is here. Reports from players who have bought packs are that they're quite deadly little mech, and although slow, can deal a hell of a punch. Fans of the Jagger mech will find similarities with these mechs. For a full rundown of the patch, check ARMD website or MWO forums for more details. Okay, so changes within the MMT. Which is the management team. This week has seen the standing down of everyone's favourite TKer Snow Falcon. We need to bring back Falcon Punch. But anyway, from the MMT. He was instrumental in the redevelopment on the management structure post-battalions, and has been an active member of leadership for several years before that. ARMD thanks you collectively for your help and looks forward to you dropping in game in a more social capacity from now on. Followers of the Brotherhood of the Falcon, do not despair. He will still lead those faithful to the promised land, and probably end up team killing you at some stage as well. I've seen him pop in the Diablo 3 channel a fair bit, so check him out if you want to have some fun games down there with him too. There are also other changes afoot in the MMT, including plans for a leaner, meaner and more responsive team. Keep an eye out for more information on the forums and Facebook in the next couple of weeks. Comp play. Both HMU and BSC have 2 games left. The HMU, which is the Unicorns, facing off against Ale, and BSC against the Bear Brawlers this weekend. Best of luck to both teams. The biggest news of the week is that teams from MRBC have been finalised. Due to overwhelming interest, ARM plan to run 2 teams with Adsbomb and Xenios captaining each team respectively. Best of luck to both teams. As always, comp training is Tuesday and Thursday nights, and it's open to everyone, so if you want to improve your skills in MWO, these nights will be great to do that. Finally, we'll touch on some community warfare. Slide has been discussing amongst us what's next for ARMD in community warfare, and it looks like the Innosphere side is doing a tour of the Innosphere, although plans haven't been finalised. The first stop will be a short contract with Draconius Combine, followed by runs with, in no particular order, Steiner and Marek factions. If you're after new mech bays and sweet sea builds, dropping in community warfare is a great way to do that. Chat to Slide or Darth Jagger if you want to know more. Our clan guys, Armek, that's what I'm going to call them, are still with Smoke Jaguar, and no changes are planned for now. Okay, so that's it. That wraps up ARMD Mechwarrior Online for this week. All the best to the comp players leading into the end of the Battle of Midway and what looks to be exciting MRBC season. Okay, for the Star Citizen side of ARMD, we've seen this week that Star Citizen now for 2.2, not quite ready for PTU release, but is very close. In Around the Verse 2.18, we saw news from the studios around the world, an ATV interview with Jason Cole, the Witch Glitch segment was there, and an art sneak peek showing off the concept for the MISC Starfarer. Later on, we had 10 for the developers, episode 5, with associate producer Randy, I'm not going to pronounce that, and quality assurance lead Vincent Sinatra, talking about frustrating game aspects, bug hunting, and the issue council and supporting testing. Also making feedback more useful, developing future priorities, and the future of the persistent universe. This month's subscriber flare consisting of the Mustang beta ship model, the portfolio Terra Mills, talking about the company that make Big Benny's noodles, and the article that This Day in History, The First Step Back, a look at early years in the Vandal attack on human inhabited space. Coming up this week is Around the Verse 2.19 on February 19 and Reverse the Verse on February 20, so they will be live as I'm recording these a little bit after you get this. In Armed Corp news, Tuesday nights we'll be jumping in with the Armour 3 crowd. They're a good crowd. And start to work on our marine training while we'll wait for the FPS part of Star Citizen to improve. Also, Wednesday nights will be Space Flight Night, where each week we'll focus on a different aspect of Star Citizen, from basic client navigation to flight mechanics and the advanced combat flight training and maneuvers. So get your Star Citizen client patched and meet us on the flight deck, bar and lounge at 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Queensland time for all you out there playing at home. Finally, on March 2nd there will be an address by the Admiral to all Armed Corp members concerning Armed Corp and the plans for the coming year, followed by a Q&A session with the Armed Corp member, followed by a Q&A session which any Armed Corp member is welcome to participate in. If you have any questions prior to meeting, then contact Corsair, who wrote this lovely article for me, either on TeamSpeak or at Corsair, Corsair 3025 at gmail.com. The address should commence at 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, aka Queensland time, in the Star Citizen meeting room on TeamSpeak. And that wraps up the Star Citizen side of things. So we'll move on to ARMD general gaming news. Once again, Diablo 3 channels have been packed this week. If you want to give me more information on what's going on with that, that would be handy. But jump in and see Zool or, as I said, Snow Falcon before, if you're keen to play some Diablo 3. Coming up very soon on the 28th of February, so just over a week away, we have the second race in the ARMD Project Cars Racing Series. Keep an eye out for that. Get to Germany and get your LMP car on and start practicing now. Once again, that'll be Sunday night, kick off at 8:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, like I mentioned before, Armour 3 night is Tuesday nights. Go check it out, come play with the boys. They're running through Vietnam still, so having a lot of fun doing that. If not, just jump in the channel. They are hilarious and you'll have enough fun just listening to them try and kill stuff. Other than that, we have the Division Open Beta running this weekend, where we are getting many ARMD members popping into TeamSpeak and playing, and a lot of non-ARMD members as well, who will probably be future ARMD members hopefully. So if you are interested in the open beta for the Division and you want to have a crack, don't run it alone, run in a squad, come join us in the TeamSpeak servers any night till the end of beta. And that wraps up the ARMD Weekly plug. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with my channel, and follow me on Twitter. I have some great cosplay pictures that I post up, as well as other gaming news and funny banter. At Freed1 is how you get me, and that is it for this week. Thank you all, and Freed out.